To this story now, the Oscar Pistorius murder case throwing South Africa's gun violence and high crime into the spotlight. Greg Palcott is streaming live from Johannesburg, South Africa. So, Greg, what is the crime threat there, and what is the response?
Martha, we have picked one neighborhood here in Johannesburg to give you an idea what kind of defenses are being put up against criminals. I'll ask my cameraman Pierre to zoom behind me, and you can see what's happening at just one house. There's a steel gate across the driveway, electrified fence over that, panic buttons inside the house, and an armed response ready. Now, as we traveled around the city, we saw high walls everywhere, topped by barbed wire, closed-circuit cameras, infrared beams. Crime is bad here. The poor live close to the rich. The murder rate, for example, is 6 times that of the United States. Now, we visited with one resident, an expat, typical of well-off folks here. Her family was targeted twice by intruders. The house now a high-tech fortress. Here's a bit of what I asked her.
Is this a way to live?
This is the way to live in South Africa, unfortunately. Yes, this is the reality. So we try to do everything we can to fight it.
Now, I also asked her, Martha, if this was overkill. She said, better more than nothing.
So obviously, with all of those big gates and everything, fighting crime in that part of South Africa is a pretty big business, I would imagine, Greg.
Absolutely, Martha. Very big business. We went out with a SWAT team of one security company, and Pierre and I felt like we were right back in Afghanistan. Armored cars, heavy-duty guns, bulletproof vests just could go into one residential area. There are 9,000 private security firms, 450,000 guards, more than the entire police force and army in this country combined. Having said that, some criticize these firms for stoking paranoia to whip up business. They note that while high crime is down, police and courts here are getting better. Still, experts also tell us that the perception of that crime threat is real. And one criminologist told us that the Oscar Pistorius team will use that perception as they argue that their client was shooting an intruder, or thought he was.
You can certainly see that coming. It's a beautiful country, but they do have a high crime rate. Greg, thank you very much.
He's been